Alright, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the Akim that's pushing his truth and sincerity across the four winds, man. Right? Now, this is going to be a Famine of the Word update video based on this article I've come across on Newsweek.com. Now it reads, fake newsers should be punished with death penalty. Nathaniel Ali says, right? Now, it says here, an Israel minister, an aide to Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has apologized for saying that anyone who spreads fake news should be put to death. Right? So now, one of the ministers of this Benjamin guy has basically said that, you know, anyone that spreads fake news, right, in general, should be put to death, man. You know, that should be the penalty for spreading fake news. Now, we know that, you know, this truth coming out, man, right, the truth of our identification as the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm speaking to you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, and anyone that goes back to those people through your father's line, right? With the emergence of this truth, right, they're going to want to execute, you know, judgment on the men of the Lord, man, for spreading the news, right? To spreading this news, man. And this news that I'm talking about is the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the good news, man, right? To the 12 tribes, to the elect of the 12 tribes, right? So there's going to come a time, because it already happened already in times of old, right? They're going to come down on the truth, man. Right, with great wrath, right? Because this truth is getting out there on a big scale, on a grand scale now, man, right? Everyone pretty much, right, knows or has heard about the Hebrew Israelites, man, right? Whether it be of GMS or one of the other groups that are out there that don't have the 100% doctrine, you've heard of the Hebrew Israelites, man. That word is pretty much gone out there, man. That's how we know we in the end days. Because when you start seeing, you know, things like this, these things are going to be executed, man. They're not putting it in the articles, right, for no reason, right? People are not making these statements for no reason. These things are on people's mind. These things are on the elite's mind, man. They're just looking for the right time to execute these things that they're talking about. That's all it is. They're just testing the waters, man, right? They want to see how people are going to react to such statements being put out there, right? Now it says he basically has apologized for saying that anyone who spreads fake news should be put to death. Ayub Kara, a Druze minister, made his comments at a conference that Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party in the southern coastal city of Eilat on Friday. Right? He apologized Friday after appearing to suggest that broadcasters should be killed for airing news he did not agree with. Right? And hey, man, all those bringing fake news are bringing upon themselves a death sentence, he said, according to the Associated Press. Now, these guys, these news stations that they might be talking about spreading fake news or websites spreading fake news, that is not their main problem. Their main problem is the prophets on the streets, on the highways and the byways, spreading the truth of this gospel. That's the main problem right now. That's the main problem for the elites, man. Because what are we doing? We're waking up the people, right? We're even waking up the other nations. We're even waking up Moabites and waking up Ammonites and the so-called white men to who they really are, right? Because half of these people walking up and down on the street, they're lost, man. They don't even know their true nation, what nation they go back to, man. A Moabite doesn't know he's a Moabite. You might get odd people. You might get Cushites that know they're Cush, right? You might get some Elam out there that actually know they're Elamites. But for the most part, the nations are in complete darkness, as it tells you in Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 3. That gross darkness has covered the whole earth, and truth is not the foundation of today's society, right? People do not know what nation they are from. So when they see the Hebrew Israelites out there, we're actually telling them, look, you are Elamite, right? You are Moabite. We're telling them what nation they're from, man. Right? It's not going to benefit them because this truth is not for them anyway. But the gospel says we're supposed to preach this word, right? So all can hear it, man. And through that way, we're waking up who we really want to wake up, which is the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Right? But these other nations, they still gonna hear the truth, man. Right? It ain't for them, but they still gonna hear it. Right? Carver then took to Twitter to say his comments have been misconstrued, and that he only meant that spreading fake news could lead to the demise of those broadcasters or publications he believed were partly to such activity. Right? So basically he retracted his statement, man, and basically clarified his statement. But we know through various other articles and through the agenda of the so-called white man, right, the elites of the so-called white man, that it's going to be a thing to cut off this truth and remove this truth from the highways and the byways, and remove this truth from online, man. Because online is a big part of where this truth has actually flourished, man. Many people come across the Hebrew Israelites through YouTube, right? YouTube is one of the main sources that people come into this truth, other than the highways and the byways, man. Right? The Lord has used the unicorn to wake up an abundance of people. Some of the men of the Lord that you see, hopeful men of the Lord that you see preaching this word on the highways and the byways, they came across this truth how? Through the internet, man. Through the unicorn, right? A lot of us have been pushed together through the use of the unicorn, man. Right? So that's one of their other agendas that they wanna start regulating and making it harder to access is the internet, man. They've already said that they regret that the internet was ever made in the first place, man. Because why? Because it was prophecy. Because the Lord had the plan, right? The divine plan to wake up his people again through the use of the internet and through the use of the way of sending his men on the highways and the byways and preaching the word, preaching the gospel, the good news, man. Right? Now it says Nathaniel has launched a campaign against the media at home as he continues to be embroiled in a corruption scandal he has called a witch hunt. He denies all charges of corruption and blames the Israeli left for allegedly slandering him, his wife, Sarah, and his son. Which his son, this got brought out the other day. He was, it says it here, Israeli police are investigating Nathaniel's dealings with foreign businessmen and his alleged acceptance of expensive gifts such as cigars, bottles of pink champagne. Nathaniel has taken on the tone of President Donald Trump in attacking the free press, because these guys are basically living it up. His son is living it up, man. Right? They don't live like the true Jews are supposed to live, the true Israelites are supposed to live. Right? These guys be smoking cigars. They be popping men. These guys are faggots, man. Right? They be doing all kinds of abominable things, man. And it's all coming out now. They're doing all kinds of stuff that's getting, the Lord is revealing Esau in his wickedness, man. They're not living like how the real people of Israel are supposed to be living. The real children of Israel are supposed to be living. You know why? Because they're not the true children of Israel, man. And now the world is starting to see that. People are opening their eyes, man. Right? And they're getting revealed for what they really are, man. And they don't like it, man. But you know what? It's going to keep happening, man, because we in the end days. Right? Now, this is Amos chapter 8. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water. So the Lord is going to send a famine. But this famine is not talking about actual food, man. It's not talking about carnal food. This is talking about spiritual food. And what's that spiritual food? The spiritual food is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. That knowledge of knowing who you are, right? Talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the biblical Israelites. That's the famine that it's talking about, man. Because how is the Lord educating you right now? How is he giving you this word? He's giving you this word through his prophets, through his mouthpiece, man. Right? But when Esau comes down on us, right, like we're gonna get in the next scripture, with Jacob's trouble, when all these things start happening, you're not gonna be able to get the word no more, man. That's why the scriptures say, seek the Lord 10 times more, man. Right? Or seek the Lord while he may be found, man. While the prophets are on the highways and the byways, man. Because as soon as this thing gets locked down, man, we're not going to be preaching this word no more, man. We're not going to be on YouTube. We're not going to be uploading videos no more, man. Right? It's going to be the end, man. You missed your chance. You missed the train, man. You missed the spiritual train at that time. There's going to be no way you're going to hear this gospel no more. The internet is going to be locked down, right? We're not going to preach this word at Oxford Circus no more. That's going to be locked down, right? Certain brothers may be on the run. Like, time, it's gonna be troublesome times, man. A time like never before, as it tells you in Daniel, the 12th chapter, right? Not thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, man. Hearing the words of Yahweh, right? You're not going to be able to hear the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai no more, man. Right? The famine would have already been taking place. That's why you're supposed to seek this word now and get the understanding of this word now, before that happens, man. Now, this is Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Because this is the time we enter in right now, man. Lord willing. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, the so-called white man, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So the so-called white man, the elites of Edom, they know they have a short time, man. They know their time is up. They know the expiry date for this kingdom is fastly approaching, man. Very quickly approaching. They know that, man. They're not ignorant of that fact. That's why you're going to start seeing them getting more hasty to push through certain laws, right? Concerning the internet, concerning right of free speech, right? You're going to see this thing heat up, man. Because as long as this truth is coming out and people are waking up, Esau's kingdom is crumbling day by day through this gospel, man. Right? Not in a carnal way. We're not doing it in a carnal way, man. It's only when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai makes his return, that's when things are going to get carnal, man. Right? But right now, we just preaching the gospel, man. It's Yahweh Shai that's going to bring that judgment, man. That's going to bring that fire, that nuclear fire and that wrath, man. That's when things are going to start really heating up, man. That's when it's the end, man. Right? But for now, we just pushing this word. That's all we're doing. We just pushing the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, sealing the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Man, you know, that's what we doing right now, man. And that's what we're going to continue doing until Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai makes his appearance, man. You know, because this devil, he knows he's got a short time. And he's going to advance in certain things. And all it's really going to do is just speed up his demise, man. Right? That's the beautiful thing about it. Because Esau knows, man, there's nothing you can do, right, to gainsay this truth. There's nothing you can do to change prophecy, man. Right? Isaiah 55 and 11. Right? The Lord's word shall not come back unto him void, man. It's going to accomplish what he sees fit, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? Whatever the Lord has said in the past, it's going to come to pass in the future, man. Right? And it's as simple as that. And with that, I'll say shalom.